Have you ever wondered what's happening in the housing market right now? Well, let's delve deep and unravel the intricacies of the current situation. Today, the housing market is in a unique and somewhat paradoxical state. It's like we're in the middle of a high-stakes poker game, and the bets are increasing by the day. The first thing you need to understand is that housing prices are not just experiencing a gradual increase, they are on the rise. We're talking about a steep uphill climb. According to recent data, average housing prices have increased by double digits in the past year. This fluctuation is a result of various factors, but the primary factor is the imbalance between supply and demand. Speaking of demand, it has literally peaked. As remote work becomes the new norm, more and more people are looking to buy homes supported by low interest rates and the desire for more space. This increased demand resembles a fire, and the low supply of housing fuels the fire, causing prices to skyrocket. But why is the supply so low? There's a shortage of available homes in the market. This is due to various reasons, such as homeowners holding onto their properties longer and a slowdown in new constructions. So we have a scenario where the number of buyers exceeds the number of homes for sale and demand outstrips supply. Economics 101, right? Our housing market resembles a pressure cooker. Prices are rising, demand is increasing, and supply is decreasing. It's truly a seller's market. What does this mean for homeowners and potential buyers, and what will happen in the future? In the grand scheme of the housing market, homeowners face a unique set of challenges. As the value of their homes increases, so do property taxes. Homeowners may find that their property tax bills increase significantly. This can be distressing, especially for those who have lived in their homes for many years and are now facing higher property taxes along with a higher cost of living. Homeowners also have to contend with the increasing costs of home repairs. For many homeowners, these are not discretionary expenses, but necessary expenses to keep their home safe and livable. And then there's the potential financial strain. The increasing cost of homeownership is not just about dollars and cents. It's also about the emotional stress that comes with it. Homeowners may find themselves asset-rich but cash-poor, making it difficult to manage unexpected expenses or financial emergencies. Homeowners considering selling to take advantage of high market prices may find themselves faced with another challenge. The cost of buying a new home is also high. In many cases, they may not be able to afford to buy in the same neighborhood or even the same city. Essentially, the current state of the housing market presents homeowners with a complex and challenging situation. They are navigating increasing costs, financial pressures, and difficult decisions. So how do interest rates fit into this picture? Interest rates play a significant role in the housing market and serve as an unseen hand guiding the ebb and flow of home prices. Simply put, when interest rates are low, borrowing to buy a home becomes cheaper. This increases demand for homes, drawing more potential buyers into the market. Now let's recall our high school economics lesson. Do you remember the law of supply and demand? When demand increases and supply remains constant, prices tend to rise. That's precisely what's happening in the housing market. Low interest rates have attracted a wave of eager buyers, increasing demand for homes. In turn, home prices have surged rapidly. However, those affected by low interest rates are not just buyers. Homeowners can also refinance their mortgages to take advantage of these low rates. This means they can reduce their monthly payments and allocate more of their income to other expenses. However, it's important to remember that while low interest rates can create opportunities, they can also lead to challenges. Inflated demand could lead to a housing bubble where prices reach unsustainable levels. And when this bubble bursts, the consequences can be devastating, as we saw in the 2008 housing crisis. Moreover, low interest rates cannot last forever. At some point, they will rise again. When this happens, demand may decrease, potentially causing home prices to fall. This could leave homeowners who bought at the peak of the market with homes worth less than their mortgage debt. This situation is known as being underwater. Actually, low interest rates have further fueled the fire by increasing demand and prices. Understanding the role of interest rates in the housing market can help us navigate these turbulent waters with a bit more insight and much more confidence. So what does the future hold for the housing market? When we look into the crystal ball of real estate trends, we see a future that's as uncertain as it is complex. Based on current data and existing patterns, there are several potential scenarios that could unfold. Let's first consider the possibility of a market correction. After a period of rapid growth, housing markets could experience a correction where prices stabilize or even decline. This could be triggered by various factors such as changes in the economy, shifts in buyer sensitivity, or regulatory interventions. A correction, if it occurs, doesn't necessarily signify an imminent crash. Instead, it could mean a gradual deflation of the housing bubble, with prices gradually returning to more sustainable levels. This would provide some relief to potential home buyers who have been priced out of the market. On the other hand, seeing continued price increases is equally plausible. Due to factors like low interest rates, population growth, and the trend of remote work driving demand for larger homes, housing demand remains robust. If these conditions persist, prices could continue to trend upward, putting even more pressure on affordability. Another wildcard in our forecast is the role of technology. Innovations such as virtual reality tours, blockchain-based transactions, and AI-driven property management could significantly alter how we buy, sell, and live in homes. While these advancements could potentially make the market more efficient and accessible, they could also disrupt traditional models and present new challenges. Lastly, let's not forget the impact of environmental changes. With growing concerns about climate change, future housing markets could be shaped by factors like energy efficiency standards, demand for resilient homes, and shifts in desirable locations due to changing weather patterns. These different scenarios highlight the fluid and dynamic nature of the housing market. While some changes may seem daunting, they also present opportunities for adaptation and innovation. While it's difficult to predict with certainty, signs point to ongoing challenges in the housing market. However, remember, every challenge also presents an opportunity for learning, growth, and charting a new course in our quest for the perfect home. So how can homeowners navigate this challenging market? The first step is understanding that there are practical strategies available. Not every strategy will be a perfect fit for everyone, but by examining your individual circumstances and goals, you can select the ones that will serve you best. Let's start with refinancing. Refinancing your mortgage can help you take advantage of lower interest rates, reduce your monthly payments, or switch from an adjustable rate mortgage to a fixed rate one. When used wisely, it can provide financial breathing room. However, don't forget to consider closing costs and the length of your new loan term before making a decision. Next, consider negotiating your property taxes. Many homeowners are unaware that they can challenge their property tax assessments if they believe them to be too high. Doing some research on comparable homes in your area and presenting your case to the local tax board may result in significant savings each year. Budgeting for repairs is another crucial aspect. As a homeowner, you know that unexpected repair costs can arise at any moment. By setting aside a portion of your income each month for home maintenance, you can be better prepared for these unforeseen expenses. This can help you avoid going into debt or dipping into your emergency savings. Lastly, don't forget to explore other options. For example, renting out a portion of your home or even considering a reverse mortgage could provide additional income. However, these options also come with their own set of challenges and should be thoroughly researched before proceeding. It's worth noting that these strategies aren't quick fixes. They require time, effort, and sometimes a bit of courage. But remember, you're not alone. There are resources and professionals available to guide you through these decisions. It's not an easy road, but with the right strategies, homeowners can weather these challenging times. So what can we do about it? That's probably the question on everyone's mind right now, and rightfully so. While the state of the housing market may seem overwhelming, remember that every major change starts with a small step. Understanding that informed decision-making is the cornerstone of progress in this challenging terrain is crucial. The more you understand the nuances of the housing market, the more equipped you become to make decisions that serve your interests best. So how do you become informed? It's simple. Regularly read housing market updates, attend webinars, participate in local community discussions, and never hesitate to ask questions. But being knowledgeable is only half the battle. The other half is advocacy. It's not enough to silently bear the burden of the ups and downs in the housing market. It's time to raise your voice, to speak about your struggles and concerns. Remember that your story matters. Your experiences are valid and your voice deserves to be heard. This isn't just about individual homeowners. It concerns communities, neighborhoods, cities, and the entire nation. It's about the dream of homeownership, a dream that's becoming increasingly elusive for many. It's about the need for transparency, fairness, and equal opportunities in the housing market. So reach out to your local representatives, write to them, call them, and share your stories, struggles, and hopes. Demand transparency and justice in the housing market. Advocate for policies that protect homeowners and make the dream of homeownership accessible to everyone. Consider joining or forming advocacy groups as well. There's power in numbers, and when voices come together, they become impossible to ignore. Together, you can pressure for change, influence policies, and make a tangible difference in the housing market. So let's make a choice today. Let's choose to be informed, to speak up, and to advocate for change. Let's choose to be the architects of our own destiny in the housing market. After all, knowledge is power, and together we can make a difference. Before we conclude, let's summarize what we've discussed today. We've delved into the complexities of the current housing market. It's clear that the situation isn't as rosy as it may seem. Home prices are rising rapidly, reaching levels that many people can't afford. This increase in prices isn't just a local phenomenon. It's happening nationwide and even globally. So what does this mean for homeowners? On one hand, the increase in property values may seem like a blessing, but the reality is far from it. Rising prices often lead to increased property taxes, making it difficult for homeowners to keep up. Moreover, those looking to downsize or relocate are faced with the daunting task of finding affordable housing in the same inflated market. Next, we discuss the role of interest rates. These rates are like the heartbeat of the housing market, and every fluctuation causes ripples in the sector. We've seen a significant decrease in these rates recently, which, while seemingly beneficial, inadvertently contributes to the increase in housing prices. Low interest rates mean cheaper loans, triggering a frenzy of buying that drives prices up. Looking ahead, the future of the housing market remains uncertain. Experts predict that housing prices will continue to rise, but the scope and duration of this trend are yet to be determined. The market is a complex beast influenced by countless factors and can change in the blink of an eye. So what can homeowners do in these challenging times? We outline the outlines of various strategies that can help you navigate this turbulent market. First and foremost, being informed is crucial. Understanding market trends, being aware of interest rates, and knowing the value of your property can provide a solid foundation for decision-making. Consider seeking professional advice, especially when considering selling or refinancing your home. And finally, don't be afraid to advocate for change. We mustn't forget that we're not alone in these challenges. By staying informed and taking action, we can navigate the housing market and advocate for change. In conclusion, the housing market is a complex and ever-evolving landscape. It presents challenges, but also opportunities for those willing to navigate the twists and turns. Homeowners can move towards a fairer and more sustainable housing market by staying informed, being proactive, and advocating for change. Thank you for watching Wealth Stream 101. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a like below this video.